Hey guys, this is my project today, and today I'm going to be sharing with you on how to shore up an old floor that has either sunken or was just built that way back in the 1900s, that era. Found some of these houses, they just kind of used whatever wood and slapped whatever together. But in this case, what I'm dealing with today is this used to be an exterior wall, and this was a porch in this area where I'm standing now, and the new timbers are framed in and hung with hangers over here. What I had was I had joists coming this way and joists coming this way, and someone did a bunch of scab work in here, and they used some rough saw timbers, and they went off of this board here. Well, this is actually one of the old joists I had to replace because it was rotted out, and I had to redo the brick here with mortar. I'm guessing that they somehow tore this down. When this used to be the outside foundation, they tore it down and I think they redid it because it's not wide enough to be like an actual foundation wall. And over here I noticed there was a couple wider rows, so it looked like they had knocked it down and then redid it just to kind of set the bricks in there just to hold these joists, which wasn't the right way. So I went through and mortared what I could and made it, in my opinion, really sturdy compared to what it was. So what I had was this joist was coming to here, and then I had some joists like this, and they were notched out. You can see that notch, and they were running up over into here and like tucked into, it was only like a 2x4, a little bit bigger than a 2x4 width. So there wasn't a lot in there, but the thing was is they sloped it down because they didn't have anything to attach to, I guess, because it was resting on like a ledge there. So the floor actually had to come up quite a bit, and I'll attach a photo so maybe you can see how far I had to bring it up. I would say I brought it up at least 4 inches or 5. It was quite a bit. And the floor just kind of went over to here and then just sunk. But they had stacked a bunch of different layers of shims and plywoods over the years, it looked like, and then carpeted over it. It was a mess, so I got this pretty true with the door. I was afraid that I was gonna have to come up too far, but actually I was able to leave plenty of room because I still have this kick plate here. So the door can still, even with flooring, like subflooring will come to here. And then with whatever coverings I put on, it's still gonna open fine. So the issue, I got that all squared away and put hangers on, brought the floor up. I actually was able to secure with lag bolts in places and lots of long screws. I still have some lag bolts to put in here, but this is gonna be very solid. I went ahead and used 2x8s, which was the closest I could get to the rough saw, and they were a little bit bigger. But I'm actually putting shims under there along with screwing them to the existing. But what I ran with here was I just ripped these boards off, and they were coming down to here now because we got like, oh, even over there was like a whole inch. Now that's probably an inch and a half because it would be here to there. So that was an inch and a half. This was at least 3/4. And this looks like it was 3/4 as well, maybe a little less. Then I had this one here. So what I got to do is bring this floor up, and what you'll find, I actually tried just to jack it up and see what was going to happen, but this floor is tied in over here somewhere. And also these old timbers, just once they've been in that spot so long, there's no way you're going to get these to flex up. Like, I could have probably tried to cut under here because these are nailed in good, and tried to bring the floor up that way, but then I'd have to cut each one of these individual just to find out it's going to lift the floor up over here. And I don't want that because then it's going to be really unlevel. Actually, this is pretty level over out here by this doorway. It kind of goes down a little bit, but it gets to a high point here. So if I brought the boards up, they're already curved. So it's just gonna bring that up more over there. So you're really just fighting a battle that you don't want to. What you wanna do is you're gonna shore up some boards. So what I'm gonna do is either take, I would think 2x4s would be just fine, because especially if you secured enough in them, enough long screws, like 3-inch screws, they're not gonna wanna roll on you and stuff, and you're only doing it in a short area. Ideally, you'd wanna use a bunch of 2x6s, but I got this scrap piece here I probably will use. And then I'm probably gonna put 2x4s, but I'll try to attach a picture of what the floor, so you guys could try to see how unlevel it was and how far it went down. Ultimately, it was like, I think down to here. So it was a big old slope after I got all the crap off. But yeah, I'm trying to put solid floors or a solid surface in here, and I even had to bring it up over here. I was able to, that's another trick you can do, is you can cut along your baseboard here. Over here is the only place I had to cut because it was bumping into this trim. But then I was able to put a jack under the joist, and it brought that up, and then I just screwed a 2x4 there, and it was only one floor joist that I did that to over there. So I think that's gonna be great. It's gonna hold good. It'd be definitely better than a big old slope right there. You can see over by my cut saw, it kind of, yeah, it does go down a little bit over there. Yet to decide if I'm gonna pull that up over there and try to shore that up, or just put some floor leveler in there and some Luan maybe, and some floor leveler. But right here, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do today. And I don't have a cameraman or any stand, so I'm just gonna go ahead and probably cut the boards, I'd say back to where it starts to drop. And I'm gonna actually be beating these boards up probably a little bit. There's like, what, four of them right there that I might be adjusting. But what you'll do is you'll get your board in there, the length that you want to the board that is the most sloped, and you're gonna put it up there and then just hold it there and screw it off, and make sure you got a level. Honestly, I don't need a level for here, but I'll probably stick one on there just so I can get a level, see if I can get it leveled this way more. But I'm gonna be shoring it up right to these joists, and I'll take a video. So I found out that it's really all on level up until about here is where it meets to this floor height. So I went ahead and sawzalled all this. What you'll do is you'll take a hammer and beat those nails up. That way you get your board in there, and then you can do it to this one just beat up. And that one's already a cut line for me, so I think I just have a little bit to do there. But yeah, you want to run the level this way, and that way as you're working along shoring this up. All right guys, so it went pretty smooth. Like I said, I had to cut this right here to bring it up level with here. But you kind of have to go level this way. You gotta, and it might not be dead nuts because this is over here a little sagging and stuff, and I got it really close. I'm really happy. This is how far down that the floor was from the new joist that I installed. And they're plumbed up sistered right up to the joist over here. So I just went level that way. And then I kind of brought these in level. So yeah, I was able to scab a 2x4 on there. I put a 2x6 there, just because I thought that was better to put 2x6 and screw it there, because maybe more weight will go, I don't know. But the 2x4s are solid. They're not going anywhere, and it's only in this little section, so I'm not worried about any kind of weight bearing issues and stuff of that nature. I could have used 2x6s the whole thing, or 2x8s, but you know, this was stuff I had all on hand. I screwed it from this way to support them all. And that's how you shore up a floor that's sagging. You're just gonna pretty much shim it out with your lumber, and I'll show you here, finished product. I got my subfloor here. As you can see, well, it's a little bowed, but as you walk up to it, it is level. And even over here, I moved a piece over there, and it's level, so I'm good to go here. Hope this helps, guys. And yeah, if you're working on an old house if you have rot and stuff, keep this in mind. You can screw lumber to the good, I guess it'd be the band board, whatever your framing sits on. This is a good way to add to it. Instead of going inward, you can always use floor joist hangers. So remember that on the old homes. Might save you some time and money. But yeah, I'm happy here, so thanks for watching.